Hey everyone, it's Noella. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get this awesome half up top knot, and I'll show you 3 different variations of the half up top knot. This is seriously what I've been rocking this whole summer and out of summer, but you just put the top up and it looks like you've got a nice little hairstyle that you spent some time with, and it really only took you a few minutes before you went out the door. So I'm using my luxies today, and I will show you guys how to put them in and make them work. The luxies really turn this hairstyle into a mermaid success. But you can obviously do this hairstyle with or without hair extensions of any kind. So keep watching, guys, if you want to learn a couple different variations for this half up, half down top knot. The style that we're doing today is very easy, and all you're going to need are a few things. So first is this Tangle Teaser hairbrush. Second is the pack of bobby pins, which I think this is what defeats a lot of people. Bobby pins make or break this hairstyle, guys. You can make your bun look however you want just by fastening it with bobby pins. Some clear elastic bands. I'm using scunchies because they are no damage and you can't see them in your hair. A little clippy here, and your hair, bed head or not. Okay guys, so this is my first tutorial where I'm using my Luxy hair wefts, so I want to go over them with you real quick. So the color I have is ombre blonde, and you can see I naturally have darker hair. I used to have light hair when I was little. I've always had gold in my hair, some sort of gold in my hair, hence the Goldilonglocks, but I definitely have some dark roots in there. I actually got the ombre blonde because A, they didn't have the full blonde in the 24-inch set, which this is how long these are, and I knew I wanted the longest possible. That was the whole point, because I wanted super long mermaid hair. So I settled for the ombre blonde, and it actually works even better, to be honest with you. No one can ever tell that they even have any dark hair in there. The only time you can really see it is when you're weaving it through braids, which again, like I said, I love that look of having different colors in the hair. I think it makes the braid all the more interesting. So enough about the luxies here for now. I love them. I seriously cannot get enough of them, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me, because I do not know how I didn't find these earlier in my life. So I'm gonna link below to the luxies. Feel free to buy your own pair so you can work along in my tutorials. All my tutorials you can do without luxies or with luxies, but they're really, really fun to have. And you can use my discount code GOLDI, G-O-L-D-I, and you'll get $5 off your own pair. All right, so moving on here. As you can see, I've got some pretty grungy type curls going on. So to start off, take your 2 fingers just like this, and you're gonna grab a section of hair just like that. In a few minutes here, I'm going to be putting in some of my luxy wefts right down here, so I definitely want to keep enough hair on the bottom side so that way it will cover over the wefts. And also, I have a lot of hair, so I don't want the bun on the top to be too thick, so that's something else I take into consideration when I'm deciding how much hair to put into the top. So once you have the desired amount of hair in this top ponytail here, you can take your brush, I'm just using my Tangle Teaser here, and just smooth it out to your desired liking. To be honest, I kind of like this look to be a little bit messier, but it's whatever you want. And another thing I'm gonna do before I rubber band it here is I'm just gonna grab out some wispies. And again, it's just however many of these little baby hair guys that you want to bring down. I would normally not use a rubber band, I would just kind of go straight into it. But for the purposes of this tutorial today, I'm going to go ahead and tie up this pony with just a little clear elastic rubber band here. And then you guys can go ahead and poof it up just like this, so when you can see when I'm looking straight at you guys, I can see the pony sticking up from behind me. Get it nice and secured, and then you can take your time and just kind of poof up the roots of your hair here to the desired kind of messy volume that you're looking for. So we're just gonna take the pony and you're gonna twist it away from the face, just like this. It doesn't need to be a super tight twist. And you'll continue by wrapping away from the face, so just like this, okay? And around, you can hold it right there. And if it starts to unravel, you can loosely just kind of wrap it or twist it as you're wrapping it around. And I would put this piece under, because I always think the first wrap around is the prettiest piece of hair. And once you have it to the end and it's all the way twisted, grab another clear elastic and you're just gonna wrap it around. Okay, so let me stop right here. This bun is never gonna look the same on every single person because it's just in the way you wrap it. So if you want this donut-y shape, just like the here, you can see it kind of has the hole in the middle. If that is what you're going for, just keep going with the same way that I showed you until you get it in that shape. It may take like 3 times to do it. And you can make this bun seriously as condensed or big as you want. It's all in the shaping and it just takes a few seconds going through with your bobby pins. So you can see this is the first type of bun. It reminds me more of a donut, right? Just sits on top of your head. Got the more round shape. Okay, so now that I have this knot perfectly in place, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some luxy. So I'll section off with my hands here, and I'm basically just leaving off this section by the nape of the neck here. So I'll clip this off to the side here. I'll start with my 3-clip weft. Clip it right onto your hair. It's that easy. And now our first weft is added. I'm gonna let down a very, very small layer of hair here. And here I'll grab one of my 4-clip wefts, just like this. With the 4-clip weft, I always find that it's best to kind of measure on the outside here. Once you have the outside clips done, then it's easier to just kind of finalize the middle. Last layer, I'll use another 4 weft. And then I'll let down my last layer of hair here. So look in the back mirror here, you can really see the length and it just turns this top knot into some like beachy mermaid fantasy hairstyle. So this is our first variation of the top knot bun. Very simple, I know, but I love it. And I've been using it all summer when I'm going to the beach because it literally takes maybe 2 minutes to do. Okay, so this next variation is actually the one that I use most often for this half up top knot. So we're starting with the same amount of hair that we did with the first one, and same thing, let your wispies down. You can, for this one, if you want, start with it in a rubber band. However, I'm gonna show you the way that I do it, and I don't start with it in a rubber band. Once you have it smoothed out, I'm gonna turn around here, split this pony into 3 different sections, and then we'll just go ahead and start a regular braid. Right strand under middle, left strand under middle. Then when you get to the bottom, you can go ahead and tie this with an elastic. So you don't really need to pancake the braid or anything like that at this point because you want the tight braid form to kind of stay. But rather you're gonna grab it, hold it on top of your head nice and tight, and just go ahead and wrap it around. And then I'll just tie it off with a clear elastic band. So you can see it just kind of sitting on top of your head here. So what you're gonna wanna do with this braid is kind of pull it apart. And then once you have it opened as much as you want, you can make it as big or small as you want. Then we'll go ahead and bobby pin it. So this is my favorite top knot variation. The braid actually gives the bun a little bit of volume. And again, the flower bun turns out different every single time. Sometimes it's more flowery than others, but it's looking pretty good today. All right, so our next variation here is gonna be our fishtail variation, which I have to say I probably wear the least out of all 3, but that's only because it takes the longest to do a fishtail braid. All right, so you can see here, we're gonna start with the pony on top of our head again, split it into 2 even sections here. I'm gonna do a reverse fishtail for this top knot, so I'm gonna start by taking an outside section of hair from the right pony and taking it under this right section, okay, and combining it into the left section. We'll do the same thing over here. Just grab a little piece of hair under the left pony, combine it with the right one. Small section of hair under the right, combine into the left. Small section of hair under the left and combine into the right. I'm gonna take this fishtail all the way down to the bottom and I will meet you in 1 sec. And then when we get to the bottom, once again, we can just tie it off with an elastic. So you can go ahead and pancake it out a little bit, just pulling the edges out. And I just have to point out how cute it looks in just a high half pony, half up, half down, high fishtail pony. Now what we'll do, same thing. Just go ahead and wrap it around, just like so. And then you're just gonna secure it with an elastic so it holds. So once it's up like this, we'll do the same thing we did every time, which is just kind of playing with it until it's pinned perfectly into place here. Make sure you have your wispies pulled down. All right, now I'm gonna grab my texture spray and just spray a little bit throughout. Hopefully you guys can see how that just instantly volumized all of my hair here, made it look a little bit thicker. I'm seriously in love with that texture spray because it is in part what helps me get out the door in 5 minutes on days where I need to do this and just run and look like I know what I'm doing. Alright guys, so that's the fishtail bun. I think this one's for sure the most mermaidy because it's the fishtail braid with the long mermaidy hair, just like that. So this has been a top knot summer hairstyles tutorial of all the different ways you can wear a top knot in the summer. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for many more hair tutorials to come. Different variations for this half up, half up, half up, half up. That's great. So keep out hair extensions of any kind. When you get to the bottom, you'll want to tie this, or it'll break. Tie it off with, well, what's that freaking that hurts? I tried the fishtail in a bun format, like this is like English 101 or something like that. But, oh no. Over here, small section of hair, small section.